23:17 p.m. You're tuned in with your main mind. The next video gonna keeps you a warm and cold noon.
Hey Kafka, how are you these days?
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay, today we're going to discuss a movie with a history theme. Its name is Dunkirk.
Oh, it's famous. I watched this movie a few weeks ago, and it is a very worthwhile discussion of the film.
I think so. Today I want to talk about the movie from some point of view. Thank you for joining us, Kafka.
My pleasure. Before we talk about the Dunkirk's movie, let's talk about this movie's poster. I think the Dunkirk's poster is very special because this poster only used the black background and the white word to show this poster's theme.
Yes, this poster does not use people's picture, and movie posters usually use character photos or movie appear in the scene. In the poster, some of the content from the old newspaper appeared. This designer only for some typesetting editor to achieve a good publicity effect, so I think this is innovative.
Yeah, I know it. But if you look carefully, you can see this poster changed a lot. For example, this poster adds the Nobel story of colors. You can't find this story on old newspaper. The designer used some information on the poster. So it makes this poster can be better fitted the film.
But according to my opinion, I think this movie poster in the design process I used some information, and this information is unoriginal. After receiving the information, I found that picture came from an old newspaper in 1940. This movie poster used a lot of text material and create a pleasing atmosphere. This is in line with the film itself to watch the feelings. This movie made audience to feel nervous and agile. I think this poster has played a very good propaganda, but this is not enough to prove this is original.
In fact, according to my understanding, not only this poster used "we never surrender" this sentence. This sentence is hugely sad. Many books and many articles used this sentence. I think only this point can't say this poster is original. Except this title, you can hardly find the same place at the old newspaper. So I think this poster is original.
Okay, in my opinion, this part of picture material in the poster occupies a very important part. This title is very attractive to attention of the viewer, so I think the designer is like the audience to pay attention to this thing. Well, you are just fine. This is indeed a good design poster, and the film itself are also very good. Anyway, I think there are other very interesting things about this movie worthy of our discussion. As we all know, this film got a lot of excellent evaluation. Dunkirk as a war theme of the film, but in many ways are different with other war movies.
But this movie is talking about a story of a real event in history, and this event is very famous. Everyone knows it. War movies often come from the real event, so it can't be original story. I think it's not an original movie.
The director used some unusual ways to shoot it. This film relies on visual effect to show the story. It's not like the traditional movie, use a lot of dialogue and character relations to tell the story. In fact, there just only a little conversation on the movie explain the idea more clearly, whereas change in the theme inside, and they can use this to info the time change.
But not this movie only used little conversation. As far as I know, there are other movies will appear such a situation, like the Russia film Test. There is no conversation in this movie, but this movie also tells the audience a good love story.
Okay, but Dunkirk is a war movie. The use of film in the timeline is also full of new ideas. A total of 3 different timelines appear in the film. through a unique and innovative way to show the storyline of the film. In the last half of the film, the timeline gradually converged. People on the three timelines began to intersect and eventually become only one timeline. In general, war movies are usually use more clear way to show audience the changes in war.
I think you are right. The music of the film also played an important role. This is because the film uses a special way of music. It's called Shepard tone. The Shepard tone is a sound constellation of the superposition of sense waves shepherded by octaves. When played with the bass patch of the tone moving upward or downward, it refers to the Shepard tone. But this scale as early as 7 years ago has been used in movie The Prestige.
Yes, I really love the music in the film, which put the audience into the film atmosphere. Emotion can also be with the story of advice and change. And through the investigation, the director first time in the film to use this tone, Shepard tone. Dunkirk is the same director produced work, so I think in the film's music it is original.
Well, I think all this is enough to prove Dunkirk is a good original film. However, can I ask the three parts of the movie in sea, air, and land, which parts gave you the biggest touch?
This problem is difficult for me. I think it should be the Air Force part. There are two excellent British pilots. After pilots Farrell shot down the last German aircraft, he ran out of the field. In order not to affect to the retreat, he chose to land on the beach, which already occupied by Nazis.
I remember him at the end of this movie. He became a prisoner of the Nazis.
Well, his partner Collins must have seen it all at the other end of the coastline. Thank you for talking to me about this movie today.
I hope our video will allow more people to see this good movie.